Hey, hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, and welcome to Closet Movie Rambles, where I talk about old movies that I found in my closet while cleaning. This week's movie is Creature from the Black Lagoon from 1954, and it's about 1 hour and 90 minutes long. And the movie starts with a narrating explaining about the evolution and the Big Bang, and a lot of explosions, because that's what happened, I guess. And then cutting to the Amazons, where there's some fighting of a fossilized arm from a creature that's like a breed between a fish and a man. And then there's also a live one lurking in the waters just beneath the workers. And then cutting to a group of scientists, a boy and a girl, a man and a woman, I should say. The man is called David and the woman is called Kay. And there's this professor that want to show them some pictures of the fossilized hand. And then cutting back to the Amazons again, where the workers get attacked by the creature and then they get killed. And then some time later, there's like an expedition that assembles to go to the Amazon. They go via a raft called Rita, and they go to the workplace where they dig out the fossils, I guess, and they found the dead workers, but they blame it on the wildlife because they can't find any evidence. And also, as they do the dig, they find nothing important, so one of the guys suggests that they go into the Black Lagoon, which is this place where you enter and supposedly don't get out of because it's like a tight area for the boat, I guess. So they enter the Black Lagoon, and a guy named David and Mark, David from the beginning, they go down to the depths with the scuba gear to investigate and get some rock samples. And as they're down there, the creature observes them and nothing happens, so they get up to the boat. And we get the information that Mark is kind of jealous of David's and Kay's relationship. But the whole deal is, I think, that Mark is David's boss, so he can't do as he pleases anyway. And then Kay goes for a swim, and the creature is kind of creeping up on her from under the boat and underneath her. And then she gets back to the boat safely, and there is something stuck in like the boat's net, and they pull it up and it's all like destroyed and stuff. So later Mark and David go down to like check for what's down there that's destroyed the net, I guess. So they have like harpoons with them and like a light camera, and they spot the creature and they chase it down, and I think Mark shoots it with their harpoon, and it kind of dives down to the bottom of the lake, and they think they killed it or something. And as they return to the surface, they found out that the picture they've taken doesn't show a monster at all, so they don't have any proof of whatever happened down there. And sometime later, this seaman, I guess you call him like a crewman, called Chico, gets killed by the monster. So they make a plan to catch it, and they have like this thing that they put in the lake that kind of kills the fish, but it merely stuns the creature. So nightfall arrives and the creature is spotted via like, they have like this spotlight, I guess, on the boat, and stupid as this might be, David and Mark just follows the creature to the spotlight where it was last seen, and they dive down without their scuba gear or anything. I don't know why, that's kind of stupid. And they follow the creature into this underground cavern where it mostly lives. So then the creature goes out like to the other side of the entrance of the cave. There's like two entrances, I guess. One is on the beach. So he gets out on the beach and he kills the crewman, and he tries to pick up Kay, the girl. She's there for some reason, I don't know. A second ago she was on the boat, but whatever. But then the creature passes out because it was kind of stunned by the chemical they put in the water to kill the fish, I guess. And then they kind of capture it, as I said, and they put it in like this bamboo container on the boat. But they can't leave just yet because they need proof of the fossils and everything that's supposedly to be in the Black Lagoon. And to the surprise of nobody, the monster escapes from the cage and it kills the guard because he fell asleep with his weed pipe or whatever. So the creature jumps into the water and swims away. And David and Mark argue on what to do. So they decide they basically try to leave, but the creature blocks the way with some debris, some branches. And he also destroys one of the lifeboats, so they can't really go anywhere. So David and Mark has to go down there, and they argue, and David punches Mark in the face, and David goes down there alone, really stupid, and he tries to like get the thing away, but it doesn't happen. So David arrives with a harpoon and shoots the creature, and there's like this battle, and what happens is David managed to get the harpoon rifle thingy, and shoots at the creature so it kind of escapes or runs away. But Mark dies because he doesn't have any air left in his lung, because the creature kind of pulled off his scuba gear hosey thingy air supply, I guess. So the survivors regroup on a boat, and they make more of this spray gun thingy that they put in the water to kill the fish, to actually stun the creatures so they can get away and like pull like a crank to get the debris out of the water. So David goes down there and he sprays the creature a bunch of times, and they manage to pull up the debris, and they're about to leave, but then the creature climbs up on the boat and grabs Kay and, swims away with her. So David follows the creature alone because that's his thing, I guess, and but he's smart enough to bring like a harpoon rifle that doesn't help him much. So there's like this fight between the creature and him, and then the other guys from the boat arrive and they shoot the creature up with shotguns and pistols, and the creature kind of lurks back to the sea and it goes down into the water, and David kind of says to them, don't shoot him, just let him go, this is his like territory, whatever, and the creature goes down to the water to die, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. So what do I think about the creature from the Black Lagoon? It's a mixed bag, I guess. I don't like all the stupid choices and the bickering that the characters have, because if they had like an ounce of brain, they wouldn't go down alone and they wouldn't, rush the danger without knowing exactly what they're facing. But, and there's this other thing that it's just like, it's just me. They have like this orchestral score every time when the creature appears. It goes like bum 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 bum. It's like ear deafening. It's like, well, no, that's like probably to scare the guys in the theater when the creature arrives. But the creature is, oh my god, it's shown so many times, so it becomes like an annoyance every time you see like a hand or like a fin or whatever. It's like the orchestra just kicks in. But yeah, that's one of the more frustrating things about it. On the other hand, however, it's very well made, and it's actually one of the first movies that I know of, black and white, that actually used like a 3D camera to film underwater, which is like mind-boggling in 1954, I think it was. They have to have like a camera rig that films simultaneously and like without getting wet, and filming acrobatic stunts in a stunt guy in like a full latex or like rubber suit doing these acrobatics probably without like scuba gear for several minutes. They probably did it at a studio, but that's kind of impressive for what it is. I mean, today probably the studios would do like a total CG thing, but this is all a practical kind of suit, which some kind of they have this thing with like the mask. When it's like a close-up, they can do like small kind of breathing things with the gills and stuff, but otherwise it's just a guy in a full suit swimming underwater. And one other thing, the creature was actually designed by a woman called Millicent Patrick, and she was mostly kept in the shadows. And if you see like the pencil sketches that she made, they're really cool, like black and white. But the guy who made the prosthetics, I think he took all the credit for it and said that he made it, and it's like a really dickhole move to do. But anyhow, the redemption, I should say, is that once she got recognized for what she's done, she came with the movie. She was, at premieres and was doing like theaters and stuff, and she got like this cool reputation. She was the beauty, and she created the beast. And you should look at the documentary. It came with like the bundle with the Universal box, the monster box, because I think they celebrated like 100 years of making these monster movies. And it's jam-packed with extra materials, and I think you can even, if you have the right television, you can actually watch the movie in like Blu-ray quality and fully 3D as it was intended in the cinema, but I couldn't because, I don't know, it doesn't work with my new TV. I don't know why, there's some settings or whatever, but just for the effects alone and what they did back then, it's worth a watch. But it's not a 10 out of 10 movie, but the creature effects are awesome, but the characters are kind of stupid, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at, I guess. So anyway, thanks for listening and or watching, and take care.